Yeah, some of you's going like, yeah. We got there, and they gave us clearance to go ahead and get out of there, and we got in our bus and left. And what's the town over here that we stopped at?
100 miles down the road.
Huh?
Turn around and go back.
Do what? Huh? Fredericton. We got all the way to Fredericton, and they called me up on my cell phone, and they said, well, you can come back here voluntarily, or we will have you escorted back over here. So we had to turn right around and go all the way back to the border. And
what'd you answer your phone for?
You dumb Indian.
So we got back there to the border. We did all the necessary stuff, and quite an experience. But it has been one trip. It has been one trip that we will never, never forget. And you folks have made us feel at home. Last night's concert, they made us feel at home over there. And we hope someday we'll get to come back and be with you.
All except for that highway patrolman, boys. I got a ticket.
No, just go. Forget him.
Well, wait a minute. I want to hear about this. What are you talking about?
I was crossing over that bridge over there at Prince Albert.
You got another ticket?
Edward.
Prince Edward. I was going 120 miles an hour.
In our bus?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of engine do we have in that thing?
The Dodge Hemi. I saw him sitting on the other side of the bridge. He had one of them speed traps set up.
Oh, one of them radar systems?
Yep.
Oh, they'll get you every time.
Yes. I got past him. I said, I got her made. I went about 4 miles, and I heard it behind me.
Oh.
I pulled over. He was mad. I could tell by the look on his face. He pulled the bus door plumb off of that thing.
Well, that's kind of rude of him.
You know what he said? He said, "Hey, boy, did you know you was speeding?" I looked at him. I said, "I thought it was your job to know if I was speeding or not."
Smart it off to him. You're smart, Alex. You can't do things like that. Don't say things like that. You're in another country here, man.
You can't say stuff like that.
He said, "Looks like I've got a smart aleck here."
Oh, yeah.
What does a smart aleck like you do to make a living? You know what I told him? I'm a rear end stretcher.
A rear end stretcher?
He said, "Really? Is there a big demand for a rear end stretcher?" I said, "There sure is. I'm a doctor in Branson, Missouri. And when highway patrolmen come through and they're a little bit constipated, they knock on my door early in the morning at 6 o'clock. And I let them in and stretch their rear end out to 6 feet. He said, "What in the world do you do with a 6-foot rear end?" I said, "We park them at the end of the bridge and give them a radar gun." Hit it!
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna live eternal now. You're gonna wanna hold me just like I've always held you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Nobody here will ever find me, but I will always be around. just like the songs I leave behind me. I'm gonna live forever now. Fathers and you mothers, be good to one another. Please try to raise your children right. Don't let the darkness take them, don't let them feel forsaken. Just lead them safely to the light. When this whole world is blown asunder and all the stars fall from the sky, remember Jesus really loves you. We'll live forever, you and I. 12 years ago, our mother, she said one day, she said, Stephen, I'd like for you boys to come in here and listen to this song. So she got the little white cassette tape, she put it in. I said, well, it's a nice song, Mom. It's got some good words to it. She said, now, when you sing this song, when you guys go across the United States and go up into Canada, I'd like for you to sing this song and remember me. This is 12 years ago. I didn't quite know what she was talking about at that time. I really wasn't paying attention, but today I'd realized that this song pertained to our mother's life. Our mom, she was only 53 years old when she passed away. The story goes, we were in New York. The promoter came up and he said, you guys have a telephone call. The call was that Mom was not doing very good. She wasn't doing good at all. So we got back in our bus. We drove back home all the way from New York. Got there to Oklahoma. We got there at the house. Walked inside and Mom, she was there on the bed. She was still with us at that time. This was about 9 years ago when Mom passed away. At the very end, my dad, he asked her, he said, Juanita, are you afraid of dying? She just looked up and she said, perfect love casteth away all fear. Now our mom, she was content. She always wore a smile. We felt like she was too young to leave this old world. I guess the good Lord felt like he needed her worse than we did. One thing's for sure, he got himself an angel. Someday we'll see our mother again. And when we do, I'm going to go up to her and give her a big old kiss, give her a big old hug, say, Mom, we sure have missed you, and we sure love you. With all that said and everything that's going on in this old world here today, while we're here, I still firmly believe inside of my heart that the United States of America and Canada, they are still, without a doubt, the best place in the whole wide world to live. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna live eternal now. Tonight we're honored by men and women that have paid this price, and they paid the sacrifice down through the years to keep the country safe. Our dad, he served in the Army. And if there's any man or woman that's here tonight that have served in the military, that's a veteran. If you would you please stand? And as they stand, would y'all please give them a nice round of applause? Some gentleman come up to me last night and he said, Steve, I know you don't know this, and I was really surprised, but he said Canada has lost the most military in Iraq since it started. I did not know that. So the men and women that are gone today, that are not with us, would you please give them a nice hand? God bless you. We love you. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to cross that river. I'm going to live eternal now. Shawn on the bass, Paul on the guitar, Dad on the mandolin, me on the banjo.
Thank you. What a wonderful audience. God bless you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.